Hi Capricorn, this is going to be your Sun, Moon, and Rising video, excuse me, for November 2025. Please keep in mind that these are general readings and the messages may not resonate with everyone, so please check back to your Moon and Rising sign, okay? I have already done some meditation and shuffling on your sign and glyph, so we're going to get started. Also, I forgot to say, my website is back up and running, and if you'd like to purchase a reading from me, you can go to that address, web address right there. Where is it? I can't get my finger in the frame. HiddenLotusTarot.com. There it is. And simply pick out the package that you want, and then fill out the booking form. My turnaround time is 24 to 72 hours to produce your reading. Okay? So let's get another shuffle and rifle on the cards. It's really cold this morning here in South Texas. It was 37 last night. The day before it was like 95. That's a big temperature drop. And I have to go out and finish my garden by putting my lettuces in. I have my broccoli and cauliflower in. It was too hot to plant anything else, but now I'm going to work on my lettuces. So let's put a cut on the deck. This is a 9-card spread. Here we go. The 6 of Wands. The 4 of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands. Yes, this is a Capricorn reading, but let's say you are the kind of person who handles their business. You own something or you are taking care of all your bills, so you can be a Queen of Wands as well. Next row, 9 of Cups. Six of Cups. The Sun. Last row. 4 of Cups. Nine of Pentacles. And finally, 3 of Swords. And what is over the entire reading, the energy? It's an 8 of Pentacles. Okay? I didn't introduce you to the cards. These are the Radiant White Tarot. I have with me the Levita Sibilla for clarification should we need. And finally, I'm going to wrap the reading up with the Psychic Oracle Tarot. Alright? So let me take a look at this. There's a lot going on here. I have 2 Wands, 2 Pentacles, 3 Cups, 1 Sword, and a Major Arcana card in the spread proper. And right in the center we have the 6 of Cups. Sixes are numbers that speak to, I have 2 6s, I forgot. I have 2 6s, 2 4s, and 2 9s. That's always important when the numbers repeat themselves. So back to the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups is a number of 6s that represent love, balance, and harmony. And in the 6 of Cups, it talks about sharing, giving, it can even speak to remodeling your home, like you have a buying home or remodeling. I don't think this you're buying a home, but I could be wrong. because I have a change of address here. So usually, sometimes I see the card when you are visiting your childhood home. It speaks to childhood memories, sentimentality, all the feelings that are good and lovely when you think back on past times. And that's what's going on in the center. Right now, this is the energy of the spread, what's concentrated. At top, the cards are read past, present, future. Past, present, future with the interplay of the cards. And I see you are going, I want to say moving forward on something. Here with the Six of Wands, it's a horse, and horses imply movement. You have two horses, so there's some kind of movement here. But on the past column, it looks as though you got something that you wanted, but then you maybe not sure about it, how you feel about it. The Six of Wands is again a 6. It speaks to like getting your name in the paper, doing something, receiving a promotion, an award, a reward, a bonus, something like that. Before it was a 6, it was a 5. So that tells me that there was some kind of conflict there. But the 6 says you have overcome that. And if you look at the picture on the card, even the horse has a look like you didn't do this all by yourself. So if there were people you were in conflict with, you should thank them because they help you to overcome the problem. It spells leadership. But then we come to the Four of Pentacles. Fours are numbers of stable foundation. And this card speaks to saving, conserving either your money or what you're doing. So you got through this period here where you're moving forward, then all of a sudden you stop. I have it twice. You stop for some reason. You pause. Let me put it that way. So the Four of Pentacles says you should safeguard all your money, your time, your energy. Maybe you should save because you don't know what's coming up on November 1st. But sometimes the Four of Pentacles can be about being selfish. I always say if you're with somebody and they don't want to share their time, their money, they're not going to share their love with you. So this could even be protecting your own physical body. Okay? Here we have the Queen of Wands. She is usually a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. But again, this is a Capricorn reading, so she could be a business owner or someone who takes care of her business. All the bills, she does everything. She's not, at the entrepreneurial queen. We come down to the Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups signifies that you got something that you wanted. So that's why I'm kind of confused about these two pauses right here. The two fours. It's like you maybe you did enough, or maybe you got what you wanted. Now you're second guessing yourself. But the Nine of Cups is simply the wish card. It doesn't tell me what you wish for or what your wishes are about. It just says when it shows up and appears, you get your wish. Over here we have the Sun, which is one of the most positive cards in the major arcana. It's the last card in the deck in the major arcana. It symbolizes growth, fertility, abundance, happiness, good times, positive vibes, and it's shining down on everything. Also, the Sun is a luminary. It brings your attention to things. You can see clearer by the light of the Sun than you can the moon. Okay? Full moon. The full moon is full of shadows. But this says, I think there is an announcement to be made, happening. It has a banner on it. Banners announce things. You know, like in wartime, the troops use them all with their banners ahead of the phalanx. So it's announcing something new, because it's a baby on the horse. But then we come to the Four of Cups, and the Four of Cups is saying that everything is fine right now, or you think, or you feel it is, but an offer is going to be made to you. Some kind of offer. And you're not sure if you should accept it. Like you got your wish, but there's something about the offer that's coming that you are not certain about. You don't feel right about. You can't put your finger on it. And the Four of can be boredom. It can be stagnation. It can represent, it says, don't turn your back on a potential cup of happiness, because you don't know how it's going to turn out. We come to the Nine of Coins, which says, like the Queen of Wands does, she worked very hard to get where she is and to have what she has. So this means that you have ignored all the distractions. You have focused on what you needed to do, and you now have something to show for it. I think this is the problem. You know you have reached a point, but this new offer is enticing to you. You got to think about it. It takes a long time for the woman in the card to grow grapes. You need the right kind of soil, the right climate, the right amount of water. She's standing in her garden, in her finery, her finest gown. And so I think that whatever is being offered to you, you have to weigh it against what you already have. This is what I'm picking up. Because it ends with the Three of Swords. And the Three of Swords can be about a three, meaning that there are at least 3 people involved, or that you have to wait until future successes are realized. There might be a delay. And it talks about being brokenhearted, someone hurting you, like stabbing you in the heart, a betrayal, resentment, bitterness. I don't understand that with all these lovely cards. It can even talk about receiving a message that a bad message that makes you, that stab you in the heart. It talks about how you can experience short-term pain, but you end up with long-term gain. Okay? Over here, we have the Eight of Pentacles. Eights are usually karmic numbers dealing with money. And it's about doing the same thing, repetition over and over. This person is literally making money. See him at a saw? He's literally making money. See that? So it talks about having to do the same thing over and over again with repetition. And maybe talking about having a position, being offered a position where you have to like start over, be turned like an internship. So it's definitely a work component here. But I have these double numbers, 2 4s, 2 6s, and 2 9s. And 2 9s always spell a change of address or a house move. I think it's just a change of address, but I seen this card show up when there's a change, where a house move, because there's a snail at the edge of bottom of her feet. And snails always represent to me, there are a few animals in the animal kingdom that carry their homes on their back. Snails, armadillos, like that. So let me look up what the 2 6s, 2 4s, and 2 9s really mean. This card has a timing of 9 March to 22nd March. I don't know if that means anything for anybody. 2 9s appearing suggests a house move or a change of address. I told you that. 2 6s speak of justifiable faith and trust in your partner. 2 4s tell of a safe and secure time period. So I don't understand what this card here, the 3 of Swords, is all about, because it's being highlighted by the sun. This is the future. It's only one sword. Wands represent passion, focus, determination, or what it takes for you to get up every day and do what you do. Cups represent your emotional quotient, how you feel about a person, a thing, or situation. Pentacles represent the doing of something or finances. And swords represent communication, thoughts, beliefs, ideas, perceptions. And this card represents the major arcana cards represent your spiritual lessons. So if all of this is going on, I don't understand what these 2 4s and that's a triad. Look at it. It goes like this. And so I think these 2 cards here are going to be the cause of the 3 of Swords. Because if I go this way, look like you're doing well. You have overcome. The sun is shining, so it foregoes like happiness, abundance, success. But then we come down to the 4 of Cups, which says the offer is not what the offer does not feel right to you. Going the other way, we have the Queen of Wands. She gets her wish, but then her wish turns it into something painful. So I don't understand what these cards mean. So I'm going to look at, I want to look at the 4 of Cups because it's in a pivotal position. Anger should spread from the past column to the future row. So let's see what the 4 of Cups, if anything, can tell us. I think it's a job position that maybe you got, or you get news that it didn't go through, and you maybe have just tried to buy a house, or you have to move for the job, and you go down in rank from 9 to the 8. So let's see, what does the 4 of Cups have to tell us? Melancholia, sadness, depression, but this is not the kind that lasts long. Remember, I said short-term pain for long-term gain. The Kaza, which speaks to a house, but also speaks to what goes on behind closed doors. Maybe you're depressed when you're at home, because it's supposed to be sanctuary from the world, a house from the outside world. But sometimes we don't know what goes on behind closed doors. Like when you go out in public, you're happy, but when you get home, you might be feeling depressed. Military. And this card is about fighting for something that you want to, that you believe in. It can even signal a hostile work environment. If you see the soldier, he's trudging uphill. On the top of the hill is a castle. It can even imply that there's somebody who will be willing to work for you, who is will do what he can to help you. Let's look at the Four of Pentacles. I'm going to look at the Three of Swords. I want to know why this ends, not badly, but why it seems so disappointing. Lamika, which is a friend. It's a neutral card. She is the Four of Wands, not the Queen. This can be somebody that you confide in. You can trust her. She has good advice for you, or she will introduce you to somebody who can help you. I need to break out my new deck. La Vecchia Signora. She speaks to sometimes an older person, like a grandma or an aunt, a family connection. But she also speaks to doing things the same way, the traditional way. Okay? And then we have the Dispiacere, which is the card that says you will receive some news. I told you that there's news coming with the Three of Swords. You receive some news that hurts you to the quick. We don't know what the letter says on the table there, but the person has read the content and she's very upset. So this can cut you to the quick, whatever it is. So I feel that there's something going on either with your living situation or your business situation that isn't quite right. And so you will be very upset by it. Or you think everything is going right. I'll tell you this. The Queen of Wands has a cat in front of her. Cats are very intuitive. And so you may have felt all along that the deal is not going to go the way you want it to. Let's look at the Psychic Oracle Tarot. I hate to be a bearer of bad news, but this, it's not the end. Okay? It's not the end all be all. It just says that things will not go your way in the long run. But the Three of Swords has a sense of vision. Okay? And just because it doesn't go your way, I don't think this feeling will last long. It may be like a blessing in disguise. Spiritual union is a card. The two of Cups. And I have 2 6s, 2 4s, and 2 9s. So that tells me in some regard that it's a question about either a couple, or 2s represent decisions, options, dualities, being opposed within yourself about something, or someone actively opposing you. So let's look at the card. Spiritual union. This card deals with relationships involving an emotional bond. It could be between new friends, kindred souls, family members, friends, business associates, and partners. It could even relate to a project or a specific situation. This would be the perfect time to realize that all relationships are really about you. That's what I always say. No matter who you're in relationship or what kind of relationship you're having, you're always the most important person in the relationship. Notice when you interact with different people in your life. Are they giving you energy or taking it away? Is there an even exchange? There should be an equal balance between giving and receiving energy. Relationships not always like that. So this is why I think this card is telling you you may have to conserve everything you have, your resources. And your resources just don't include money. It includes your time, your emotions, your physical body, what you're doing. Relationships are mirror images of your own life. They reflect how you feel and treat yourself, and how you react and respond to various situations and individuals around you. Each and every union is an opportunity for soul growth. And so that's what I have for you, Capricorn, for November 2025. And good luck.